Hello there, and welcome to Cooking with Oi Soyboy with me, Oi Soyboy, also called Callum. I've not been around recently. I'm sorry for that, but I've got a new set of videos for you that I've been filming and editing, but just waiting to put up. So here's today's video, which is barbecued seitan burgers, which I made for a friend's birthday, and yeah, just grab yourself some pans and grab yourself your barbecue and let's get cooking.
Alright, so we're going to start off with maybe 3 stonk cubes or so. Basically just need some stonk. Then we're going to add a little bit of garlic powder, but you can use fresh garlic if you got it, properly minced. Then a bit of onion powder. I guess you can use real onion, I don't really know, I've not tried, but why not? Mince it up. Then we need some paprika from the Sad Man head. So I'm going for maybe a couple of tablespoons of that. And then some sunflower oil, a nice big healthy dollop of that. Great. Now we're going to add some chipotle chili flakes, give it a bit of smoke and a bit of heat. And then we're going to add some pepper. Alright, so far this is kind of the start of our sort of stock mix. So we're throwing some herbs as well. Add that all in. Then we need our nutritional yeast to give it some cheesy and savory flavor. So pretty healthy with that. And then we add the water. So once we added the water, we're going to stir it all up, make sure it's all mixed. And we're also going to add some tomato puree. A big squeeze of that, and then we're finally going to add some Marmite, which is going to give us that sort of umami and savoriness, a sort of base note of the whole stock. So get a big old tablespoon of the Marmite or the yeast extract and just pour it on in. You're going to need to stir it around to dissolve the stonk cubes and mix everything up, but also it will melt all of the Marmite off the spoon. If you like things really smoky but you haven't got any more smoke, just pour in some more chipotle chili paste, or if you've got like a sauce, you can use that. Mix it up, and then we're going to add ourselves the gluten. Remember, with our seitan recipe, it's about 2 cups of gluten, 1 cup of stonk, and half a cup of nutritional yeast. Okay, so just mix that all up. You'll see it'll start getting quite doughy here. Because I'm going to be wrapping it inside of a cling film, I'm using an extra sort of wet dough, if you will, not as dried out and sort of as dense, because it's not going to be able to absorb water because it's going to be covered in plastic. Speaking of plastic, grab yourself your Klingo and roll it out onto your table. Then you're going to grab a couple of handfuls of this mix, and we're going to put it in, and then we're going to have to roll it. So we'll fold it over the top, fold it over the bottom, and then we're going to twist the ends like a sausage. And you'll see now, just like that. Get the ends twisted in, and then you're going to put it on its butt. Do that with the rest of the mixture and make as many as you want. If you've got a cheesecloth, you can do it with a cheesecloth or a muslin. But if you don't, just use Klingo. But if you do it with a cheesecloth, you got to put it in stock, not hot water like I'm using here, because it'll absorb the flavor. So if there's no flavor in the stock, then there's no point in absorbing all the water. Anyway, add that all into hot water and cover and put on a low heat for about an hour, okay? And you can see it here. It's all sort of hardened, but it's retained a shape, which is the important thing. It's retained its shape. So whilst it's cooled down a bit, you want to remove it from the plastic sheath upon which it lives, and you're going to slice it into burger shapes. Okay, so just maybe a centimeter thick or so, and just keep on slicing. Once you got all your slices ready, you're going to get your barbecue marinade. You can use whatever you want, just barbecue sauce is fine. I'm using a mix of tomato puree, chipotle sauce, and barbecue sauce. And I'm just covering the bottom of my container with it to make sure that it's all covered. Then I'm grabbing each individual burger and just giving it a quick rub and a coating, and then putting it to one side to soak in the flavor. Whilst it does that, I'm going to grab a bottle of rum. I'm using dark spiced rum. I'm putting 2 shots in the shaker. You can use any sort of rum you want in this, as long as it's relatively sweet. And then put in either 1 shot or half a shot of sugar, depends how sweet the rum is. Then we're going to add ourselves about 2 shots of fresh espresso coffee and some ice, and we're going to get shaken. As you can see, I'm not using any Kahlua or coffee liqueur because I'm using fresh coffee. So why do I need to use like a cheap coffee liqueur? I've got great coffee flavor already. Then you can either strain or, as I did, dump the contents into your glass. Have a sip and enjoy. It's going to give you energy for the rest of the evening. Great. So grab yourself your barbecue and put all the toilet roll holders you have lying around there. Then grab your paper bag full of charcoal you got earlier, and you're going to stack that on. Now what we're going to do is need it relatively tightly packed, and then grab our matches and we're going to light it all on the paper. So here we go. Oh, went out. All right, we'll grab our matches and light it again. Easy peasy. Oh, it's gone out again. All right, we're going to try it again. We're going to light it. Oh, this is promising. Oh, yeah. We're going to light that paper and get the barbecue started. I can't wait to have this barbecue on fire so I can cook some food. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, the barbecue went out again, so I've kind of given up here. So what we did is we got someone else to film me so I can cover the fire with my hands. We're in quite an exposed area here, so the wind kept blowing it out. But now that I've covered it with the lid and also my hand, now we can get it all going. Easy peasy, very easy. As you can see, it's really starting to catch now, so be careful of the flames. Once it is still really hot, but the flames aren't as big, you're going to grab your grill and you're going to put the burgers on it and start cooking them. At this point, I'd had quite a few beers, so I wasn't really concentrating and I forgot I was supposed to be filming. So please forgive the camera footage not being great. But all I've done is grab my burger buns and put some ketchup and mayo on it. I didn't bother with any of the funny stuff because, to be honest, I'm outside and I didn't want seagulls to attack my bowls of vegetables. But anyway, that's a nice, easy vegan burger, very cheap, high protein, delicious. Yeah, that's a good burger. Alright, well thanks for watching. Here's a nice fire we had later that evening. It did start raining in a moment, but it was a nice evening anyway. Well, thanks for stopping by and have a lovely day. Goodbye now.